I'm a sensitive, emotional guy. Straight up.
We love emotional intelligence.
Oh!
What?
Okay.
Like, we were talking about this before you came up. Like, okay, let me break down a scenario for you. So say you're with your partner, okay, and then your partner is going through like financial troubles.
Yeah.
Okay? They're just really, flown over with that and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel if you were with someone, like a man, and they started crying?
Well, if it was like a really deep emotional thing, and he like has to shed a couple tears, but like if he starts like the waterworks and like snot's coming out, then I'm like, I'm icked.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what me and Mo said. Yeah, we're like, no girl wants a man that's
like,
gonna.
Full on sobbing is an ick. Like the guy's like,
Well, like if like his mom died, I get it.
Okay, I'll give you an example. I'm basically just gonna air myself out here.
Like if you're like telling a girl you're like falling in love with her and like bawling, I think that's a little.
No. Okay, never that. I would say something along the lines of, let's say she's being distant for a while and something is up.
Yeah.
And she's not communicating well.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I say that is because when someone, especially a woman, can't communicate, I start getting into my own head, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? What did I do? Did I say something? Is she done with me? Is she seeing another guy?
She's kind of like stonewalling. Like
stonewalling.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
I know, it's the worst.
It's like, say something.
Yeah.
Give me something, right? So then I get overwhelmed with this emotion of something's wrong with me. What did I do wrong? This and that.
Yeah.
And I might shed a few tears. Like, how would I do it? Like, I would just be talking to her, like I would get mad and then like I would start like tearing up.
Okay, I feel like that's reasonable. Because if you're like really frustrated.
He's saying no, it's not.
It's not.
But like all the time?
Yes.
Not all the time.
But then she shouldn't be making you that frustrated all the time. Because then you're just like at wit's end. And then you're like emotionally like charged up. But then if that keeps happening, then like that's obviously not like the right person.
So you're saying if a man that you're seeing cries in front of you or tears up, you don't look at him as a pussy? Or anything less?
I'm not necessarily saying that I don't. But like it would have to depend on the context. Like it would have to be a really serious thing.
Get me in there.
What's serious to you?
Like I made a mistake or something and then he's like really upset about that mistake.
What's the mistake?
And like triggered.
No, okay, what's the mistake? Because
Like
I want to
I don't know, like
think of a mistake.
Like Instagram flirting or something.
Is that a thing?
Ooh, I like that.
Insta flirting? Yeah, it's emotional cheating.
Oh, see, I would love
like
this.
physical cheating, that's reasonable.
Oh, done.
Right.
But like done.
Canned.
Yeah. But emotional cheating has like gray area where sometimes people can wiggle their way out of it.
Because the way that I look at that is I think there's cheating, and then I think there's just being disrespectful.
Okay, totally.
Right, that's kind of how I look at it. Like if you hook up with someone physically, that's cheating.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
like dry.
if you catch your boyfriend sliding in like Summer Ray's DMs on Instagram, like, oh, you're so hot. Is that cheating or is it just super disrespectful?
Yeah, that's just
I
stupid.
think it's stupid and disrespectful.
It'd be worse if you were sliding into like an ex.
Oh yeah,
then
an
there's
ex
like that
is kind
emotional
of-
tie.
Oh, it's way worse.
See, that's a gray area because I feel like girls would be like, oh, but we're just really good friends now. And then if a guy really
Right.
liked her, he'd be like, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm just gonna like put the love goggles on and like that's just her friend.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you don't need to fucking reach out to your ex.
If my girl posts a story and a guy messages her, because guys do that, they like the stories,
sure.
Yeah.
and my girl's entertaining that for half a day, I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
Can't do it.
Even
That's
half a day.
Half a day, you
Bro,
can't.
if she even
Why are you
entertains
entertaining
it,
it? Why are you entertaining it?
That's what I mean. If you have a man, then like he's gonna be all up in your DMs and you can entertain the man that you're with. But if
then
it's like
also,
a
like,
random person, that's weird.
What's entertaining, right? Like if you post a story and
Yeah.
Bob slides up in your DMs and just says, you look really pretty, and then you respond with thank you. Is that entertaining it?
No,
Like,
no.
should the girl just leave him on red?
I will like be in a relationship and I will just like it. But if I'm not in a relationship, I'll be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. If he's hot, I'll be like, how you doing?
Oh, okay, got you. So it really depends. No, I get it, 100%. It depends on like who it is that's messaging you.
Yeah.
But
If you're single.
But
If
Drake,
you're
not
single.
not even overt like that, where it's like, oh, you're so hot or whatever. What if the guy just replies to, let's say you post the beach photo in a bikini, and the guy's like, ooh, I love that beach. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like
Yeah.
indirectly trying to hit you up, and then you're like, oh yeah, I love this beach so much. Like I always come here, and then he's like, oh,
Yeah.
what other beaches you go to? And then you start having a little conversation. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
no, end it there.
Yeah, but we're
Or-
smart and we know how guys move, and we know that a guy is doing that to inadvertently flirt without flirting to see like what he can get out
Oh,
of
Of
it.
so
course.
you guys
So-
will know.
Oh.
You'll know that stuff.
Girls always know.
Really?
But you guys are dumb.
Like I feel
No,
like
I know
they
they-
are so slick.
No, I know a girl. What do you mean?
Or, like,
How am I
if the guy
slick?
No,
likes,
like just in general, like men.
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
feel like we'll like slide up on a girl's story,
Yeah.
like trying to be so nonchalant,
nonchalant.
like they've never heard it, but they've heard it thousands of times.
Yeah, or like you
You
post
know?
a bikini pic and then he doesn't like it, but then you post like your food and he's like, "Oh wow, that looks so good."
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Okay. Like
Yeah, like we were just waiting for that other photo to
And he's
come
like,
up.
"Oh, she probably thinks I'm like not like the rest."
Yeah,
Like,
I'm different.
yeah.
Bro, I remember
my
I replied
God.
to a girl's. She posted a song that I don't even know,
Yeah.
and I said, "I love it. I love this song." I seriously did that, and then she asked me something, but she was like, "Oh, do you know this guy's other song, this and that?" And I had to like go search
You're
it
like on
up.
Wikipedia.
Dude, I mean, it's real. I mean, guys go the lengths and distances to.
But sometimes like that's sometimes kind of cute too, because you're like have no idea. You're just like kind of shooting your shot. Everything's in like context.
How do you feel like from a girl's perspective? Are you currently in a relationship right now or
No,
single?
I'm
Okay,
single.
so you're single. So you're somewhat in the dating world, looking whatever. How do you feel about men approaching you through social media? Like, are you over that, or like, would you prefer kind of the old fashioned, like you meet them, out at the beach or out at a house party, whatever the case is, or do you not really care if men are sliding in your DMs? Like, how does that work
It really
for you?
doesn't make a difference because
No?
in this day and age, like everything's so online.
Right.
And like especially if you're like a person who is online like
Yeah.
as a character, then it's just another funnel of communication for me, I think.
So it doesn't really matter for you, like
No.
on how you meet the person. Really.
No, not really.
Fair.
I mean, where would you meet someone anymore, man?
grocery
I don't like the classic grocery store. Oh,
Yeah.
you drop something. Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Doesn't
Where
really
do you
happen
meet
anymore.
anyone now?
Especially
I always
if you're
have this
older,
conversation.
too. Like,
Yeah.
you're focused on you're not like early 20s like out at the bar like always with friends. Like when you're older you're just like focused on your shit, so it's harder to meet somebody like, in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I got kind of lucky in that sense because my girlfriend,
you
she's
meet
a
her?
tattoo artist. And I just like, I had the random day off and I wanted to go get a tattoo.
Oh, no
and then
way.
I walked in, got a tattoo.
Yeah.
I got on the back of my neck, right? So I had to take off this necklace. Didn't
Yeah.
think anything of it. Realized I had left the necklace there. and then she messaged me and said, "Hey, you left your necklace."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my gosh, that sucks. I can come grab it."
Yeah.
Or I can just come back to the shop another day and come get her, whatever the case is. And then she was like, "No, you can come get it." And then we just talked for hours and then kept talking. so
that's
that's
very
kind
cute.
of
I
like
didn't know you guys met like that.
yeah, like
That's
we
super cute.
It wasn't
Organic,
like
yeah.
Instagram, it wasn't Tinder, it wasn't,
Yeah.
like at a club or a bar. Like it was just a
Yeah.
very natural, like organic way, which I feel like I got lucky in because
Yeah.
not a lot of people get that nowadays.
That is, that's good. And then you get like kind of like an authentic pre-screen
Right.
of the person. Whereas
sure.
social media, like
Yeah.
it's fake, it's not real. So
Yeah, exactly.
you just get like the highlights of someone.
No, 100%. Social media is all like just a facade.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think
what
at
it
the
is.
end of the day.
Totally.
And especially like living in Vancouver, I have a couple friends who live there as well, and
Mm-hmm.
they say that like when you're a Vancouver girl,
Yeah.
social media is like a competition. I don't know if you can
little
kind
bit.
of agree with that,
Yeah.
but it's like, oh, who has the most followers, who has the prettiest pictures, who
Yeah.
has the most comments? Like it kind of becomes sort of a you know,
Yeah, definitely.
thing,
It's
so-
a lot more toxic.
Do you find yourself getting trapped in that?
I have digital boundaries for myself so that I don't get too trapped in it. And then also like I kind of pride myself in being very authentic. Like even if it's like not a pretty thing or like maybe not as like emotionally triggering as something else, but I just think it's like funny or cute, like I'll just post it. I don't really think about it. But sometimes if I'm like in an anxious mindset and I'm on it, then I will spiral. But that's just because I'm not in a good state going onto the apps.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So even the cute or funny thing
Mm-hmm.
that you're talking about, why post that?
For
as
me,
well.
it's like a purpose thing because it's my platform to help people in a way that I know how with like aesthetics and I don't even know how you'd say it, like taking pictures like nice things or like sharing like my message or some of my writing.
Mm-hmm.
And if it helps like one person, then it gives me more purpose in my life
you.
and like the shit that I've gone through. So if it's like funny, I'm like can make somebody laugh. To me, that's helping in a way that's coherent with like my talents, I guess.
Yeah. What did you think when I first DM'd you? Do you think I was trying to like run game or something? Be honest.
No, I just thought that I was like, oh, okay, like he saw that maybe I can like chat or have banter. He's trying to do something and he needs somebody that he can feed off of. And there's probably like a synergy there between us. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Because I found you on TikTok. I told you I found you on TikTok.
Yeah, and that TikTok I made out of the blue because I was so depressed and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start telling my jokes online and like for me to talk about my life and like I don't care if 0 people follow me. I don't even want people to follow me. It's just like for me.
Yeah. What was the joke again?
Thought about it.
You were going off about something. I don't know.
I go off about a lot
There's
of things.
something.
Well, I just see stupid shit everywhere and I'm like, I gotta talk about this stupid shit.
Okay, what's some stupid shit that you've been seeing? I want to know some stupid shit.
Like in Vancouver or just like in
everywhere.
day-to-day life?
Day-to-day.
I just feel like there's like NPCs everywhere.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
You know?
Don't get me started.
And they just like
don't get me
cut around through life or like somebody's bitten at the
cut around
coffee
through
barista,
life.
and I'm like,
Bro, that's
is this for real? Like,
That's so
is this how
true.
humans are interacting with each other? Like, this is insane.
oh god.
I feel like there's a lot more of that in Vancouver too.
Yeah.
Like if anything, like all the people in Vancouver are just very like NPC like.
I know.
feel.
Man, I had this conversation with Mark actually recently.
Yeah.
People that are boring and NPC, be more interesting.
Yeah. Like, it costs $0.
Be more interesting. Don't be NPC, dude. My biggest fear. You know how your biggest fear is to have kids?
Yeah.
My biggest
missed that.
fear in life, I'll seriously consider not like living if this happens.
Yeah.
Leaving a conversation or interaction with someone and the person thinking, wow, this guy is boring. Or this guy is just like basic.
There's nothing
Yeah.
to him.
Like, you want to leave an imprint on it.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe that I think that's maybe like an inner child, like childhood trauma type shit. But I don't understand people that are so boring and uninteresting and
Yeah.
have nothing to provide intellectually. But they think they do.
That's
do.
even worse.
Which is even worse because it's like, break. You suck. You suck. Like you suck as a personality. You know.
From the guy's perspective, like, are there a lot of girls out there that are like that?
Yes.
Dude, I literally was just seeing. Oh my god, I don't want to go. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like being a solid 6 with a personality is like a 10 out of 10
Absolutely.
better than
100,000,000%.
right.
sure.
Even with guys too. I'm like, if you can like chat and like bring it back and we can be witty, then it's like, I don't like, you can be ugly.
My problem with certain women is that, like, I have an ongoing feud with what I call, like, I don't know if I can even say this on the pod, but like club sluts is what I call them.
Oh, little bar stars.
Yeah, that there's another word for it. Yeah,
I'm
so
retired, so it's
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Me too. But like, just those girls, they'll go out every single week,
Yeah.
shake ass at the club,
Yeah.
chase that bag that's in fucking
Yeah.
what's his name's pocket just to fucking get a glimpse of like dopamine
Yeah.
hit, and it's just like the same thing repeated every single weekend,
Yeah.
and it's so unattractive
Yeah.
when a girl is like that it just
well, they
it
haven't
sucks.
done that. Would make sense because you've obviously done inner work to know that you don't need that big
Yeah.
dopamine rush, and those girls that are doing that, that internally they're
Right.
so wounded. So I do kind of give them grace in that sense.
So, yeah,
But it's
I give
unattractive
both.
because you're not on that level anymore.
Right.
But Kayla, when you say wounded, what do you mean by wounded? In what way are they wounded?
Like in whatever way, through childhood, or maybe they just got out of toxic relationships. Like there's something wounded in there if you have to feel like you have to go to this, like for me, I think like dingy bar every weekend and like chase artificial dopamine, and like they probably feel like shit the whole next day afterwards, and like it's not real connections. You can't make real connections.
I like how you say that. So when a woman says, "Oh, I like going out every weekend," but it's not because of wanting attention, but
Yeah.
it's because I just want to make memories with my friends, have a good
Yeah,
time.
that's different.
Is that actually
But is that
true?
bullcrap? Is that cap? That's cap though. Like, let's be honest
Seriously,
here.
would you go to an all-girls club?
With no
Wait,
guys.
is she
no
going
guys.
to the club, or is she going to like a brewery with her girlfriends?
Let's say
and, like,
Blarney Stone and Portside.
Yeah, like
Well,
you
that's
hear
ratchet,
girls,
yeah.
you hear
Greeks.
girls, and they're like, "Oh, I know I'm in a relationship, but I'm just going out because I want to dance with my girls." But they'll go to like 12 West.
I think if it's not like her close circle friend's birthday
Yeah,
or like something like special, then I think
a little
there's
bit of a red
little
flag,
bit of a
maybe.
sussy area. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've always wondered that, like, when I'm in a relationship, I don't really ever go out anymore. And if I do, it's with my girl.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's just what's respectful.
Totally.
It's like, if my girl was like, yeah, I'm going to go to 12 West with my friends just because we enjoy the music, fucking play music at our house and dance in our living room. You know what I mean?
It's like right there. You want to go to 12 West?
Yeah,
because you like the music. I'd be like, we don't have anything in common.
For me, it's a bit of a double standard, man, because we used to go out all the time. But it holds a different type of weight when a woman goes out every weekend.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I'm saying that is because they know that they can get the attention if they're looking half decent. So a woman knows that, and they still put themselves in that position to go out and attract that attention.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then they say, oh, well, no, it's not because of the attention. It's not because of that. I want to go have fun with my friends. I want to dance to the music I like, this and that.
Okay.
But it's not. It's really not though. Like you're lying to yourself. It's subconsciously you're going out to get that validation.
I personally don't know any girls that genuinely like going out every weekend to the clubs.
Really?
Well,
Like
God.
genuinely, like not for attention.
Yeah, okay.
When you went out, when you had your time, what was it for? Was it for attention? And be completely honest here.
I think in a way,
and it's fine. It is. I'm not gonna judge you for it. Like I get it.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want to go be seen.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong.
Because we don't go out.
Back in the day.
Yeah, because like men, we don't go out for that reason.
Yeah.
Like to be seen. Because unless you're like a 10 out of 10 dude, which is fucking very rare, you're not getting approached by women at the club.
Yeah.
It will never happen.
You can be
very
10 out of 10 in
rarely.
Somebody else's eyes.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I mean, like, you know, I'm very confident. I don't think I'm unattractive at all. And I've probably been approached maybe twice in my entire life by a girl. And like, I have things going for me. Like, that's just how it is. That's just the stigma. Whereas like you'll go out, you know, say next week and dress up and do your thing, and you'll probably be approached over 20 times.
Yeah.
You know, by all these different people. So it's like when it comes to the whole relationship thing, why would I want to throw my girl into the dragon's den? Which is basically what happens when you're in a relationship and your partner goes out without you. You're throwing her to a bunch of wolves.
When I was younger and I wasn't in a relationship, I would go out. But if I was, I wouldn't.
Yeah. No,
like,
I think that's
fair.
fair.
I had like a healthy mindset around it.
Yeah.
But definitely when I was single and going out, like, of course, it's like it's
wrong
human
with that.
nature to want
Absolutely.
to go and get attention from males because like we're supposed to mate. Like that's like our number one goal in life, pretty much.
I hear you. Yeah. What if it's someone you're seeing? You're not fully official, and it's someone you're seeing. You know, you've been on
and
5
they
or
go
6
out
dates.
all the time.
Yeah.
That would be a red flag for sure. Because like, why aren't you focusing on like your shit? And I'm older, so like, if you're going like, why?
He had a similar situation. You don't mind if I talk about this, eh?
Go ahead.
He had a similar situation happen like this, and the girl that he was seeing was much younger, and she was still in the party phase and would go out every single weekend, whereas he is like ourselves, you know, he's more recluse, just stays in on the weekends, works on himself and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this girl that he was talking to wouldn't, and it created so much conflict because she was still in her party phase.
Would you go?
I went once, and I was physically dying.
Yeah, like you don't
like
want
I can't go. Even if I wanted to go out every weekend, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I'm prisoner of war. My body is gone.
Yeah.
Right. But Drake, I know she's young. Like she was 23. She's turning 24. Like it's not
That's
that
prime
young.
going out age.
I'm
Is
an
it,
anomaly.
He's
told you
23
that.
though, and he's done. And he's
But
a guy.
I'm an anomaly.
Yeah, no, he's a one-off. That's weird.
Which is
Not
weird.
but
No,
like,
it is.
Which is great. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's great.
It is
whatever.
weird.
It's weird, but it's great.
There's not a lot of
But
23-year-olds
I
that would
can't-
rather stay inside and watch a movie with their girlfriend than go out.
But dude, when your sole purpose in life is to go to Blarney Stone every weekend, there's something up. I'm telling you,
That's
like it's
how
not
it was,
like if you're
though.
going to fucking Vegas and then to Kelowna, Whistler, and then you're partying, I get it because you're putting in the effort to expand your horizons.
Yeah, it's like new thing.
But if your stomping ground is Blarney Stone and port side.
He's got beef with Blarney Stone.
Oh,
I can't go
you're
within a 10 kilometer
dude.
radius.
I know I'm blacklisted from there. Also, but okay, I swear to God, some girls here like fit a script, like a resume of being basic. You know what it is?
I would
tell you.
say, yeah.
I'm a basic bitch, but
No, you probably not though.
embrace it.
But I'll tell you what basic is. Oh, you're a Canucks fan now? Ooh. You go to Blarney Stone every weekend? Ooh. Oh wait. You listen to Taylor Swift, dude?
Ooh.
she's
Oh,
different.
wait, hold on.
Grande?
Hold on. You're from the city, but you like to listen to country. Also, that's one thing.
Where'd you guys get my
If
bio
you
from?
if you're not from a small town, even from Abbotsford or Langley, and you listen to country, you're not really country. You're just trying to fit the script of being a basic mainstream person, all of a sudden listening to Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen. You're not country. You grew up in Vancouver, a city.
The flannels from like Aritzia.
But that's what I mean. But you know, like if you listen to Taylor Swift and that's your thing, but if it's constant like, oh, connect the dot. Oh, you listen to Taylor Swift? Oh, you're a Canucks fan all of a sudden. Oh, Blarney Stone. Oh, wait. You like Morgan Wallen? You basic. You basic, buddy.
We live in Vancouver. What else is there?
I mean, that's true, but
How do you feel like being a bit older, 29, how do you feel like talking to men your age? Like if say you were talking to a guy and he was still going out every single weekend, is that like a no-no for you now?
Yeah, I'm like, grow up.
That's like, okay,
Yeah,
so you're
for
there
sure.
in life where you don't want
Definitely.
that.
No, not at
Okay,
all.
so what do you typically do then? What does a weekend look like for you? Like living in Vancouver, what does that look like if you're not going out like majority of the girls and partying and throwing ass at the club? Like, how do you spend your time?
I feel like I had like an awakening to that because I did 9 months of not drinking at all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a sip of alcohol for 9 months. It was
for
this
you.
year. Thank
Good for
you.
you.
And it kind of made me realize how little there is to do, especially in Vancouver, especially if you're not outdoorsy.
Right.
But I'm pretty outdoorsy, so luckily I was able to like go on my hikes and go skiing,
bike
and do all that stuff. But if you aren't like, a lot of girls don't like doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And so then if you're not doing that, then all there really is to do
is
go out.
Yeah.
And or like do something. But I'm very much like a homebody, like hermit.
Got you.
Unless I'm like just got out of a situationship or something and I'm like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go out, be seen, like get that instant gratification, like internal validation, because sometimes it does help.
Yeah, do you find it hard to date? Like
for sure.
Oh
Yeah, especially in Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you think it's more difficult than say like Langley or like Cloverdale or Richmond? Like just being in the city, you find it more difficult, you'd say?
I actually like people that are from the suburbs. Well, I'm from Poco.
Okay.
But when people are from, I find out of town, they have a little bit better values. Whereas if it's just straight Vancouver, like there's a little bit of narcissism, there's a little bit of like
Gotcha. Competition,
a little bit of ego.
can I ask you about values? Have your values changed as you've gone older and what you want in another partner?
I think they've always been the same, but I've really been able to narrow them down into like words and exactly what I want. Whereas before I was like, oh, what's a value? Like, I hope he's like nice and likes his family. But now I'm like, no, a value to me is like family, adventure, like success. Like
now you have
wellness.
kind of like a
now
checklist
I have like a checklist
that you've got from all your past experience.
Exactly.
I'm not letting that slide. What do you mean by success?
Like you have the freedom to do what you want without being like
What does
under
that mean?
somebody's thumb.
What does that mean?
Like you're in a position where you're not on somebody else's schedule, you have your own schedule, and you're successful in the way that you have
So money,
freedom.
monetary value.
I mean, money is the gateway to having that.
Yeah, I love
no,
it.
she's
I love
she's
this
curving
topic.
she's curving. I
Yeah,
know where
I'm
you're.
gonna tell you straight like this. If a dude is a 6 out of 10, but he has millions in the bank, how many points does he go up?
If he's not
Honestly.
a kind person, he doesn't get any.
He's like a 6 out of 10. So he's like an average.
Yeah.
He's like an average, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's whatever, but he has money. Like does the fact of a man having money make him go up drastically on a scale of attractionness?
For a lot of girls, it does,
Yeah.
especially in Vancouver. Like there's sugar babies everywhere.
Right.
For me personally, it does not, because I've dated assholes with a lot of money that will, like people that have a lot of money and are emotionally abusive, they will fuck you up, and it's not worth any.
Right.
It's not worth
Any
the money
amount
at all.
of the
Of money at
money, yeah,
all.
they get.
But if they're a good person and they're rich, like then it bumps them up a little bit.
So if a dude is like absolutely amazing, checks
Yeah.
off all your boxes, but he works at Burger King,
Yeah.
and he makes like $30,000 a year,
Yeah.
you'd still give him a shot?
Fuck it.
Honestly?
I mean, like I would do it for the plot, but I don't know.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
See,
you
there
wouldn't.
it is.
You
You
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Kayla, I'm not here to like.
Okay, this
We're
is
not
the
here to
thing.
You wouldn't.
badmouth
Hun- You wouldn't.
For a woman to be truly in her feminine energy, she has to be around a man that she feels soft.
Absolutely.
And because in my life, I feel like I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. Like I feel like I've got a good head on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
For me to feel in my feminine, it has to be a man by default that is on like the up and up.
Right.
That
so,
has
like,
all these things figured out.
masculine energy,
Yeah,
just very
totally,
go,
like-
go getter.
Yeah, that's
that
done
kind
the
of stuff,
emotional work just because I am at a place where I feel like I've done that. And so I need somebody that balances it.
Cool, I hear you. But what if the guy working at Burger King is
Yeah.
giving all that, is
Yeah.
giving masculine
Yeah.
energy, but
Yeah.
he still works at Burger King?
Then that doesn't work. If he had all that in respects to me, he would be ambitious and he wouldn't be working at Burger King. Like it just wouldn't make sense.
I mean, there
You know
are
what I
cases
mean?
where there is
Yeah.
a guy that isn't. Let's forget about Burger, because I think Burger King is like really.
Or like
Yeah, it's kind of.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're,
yeah.
you're.
But what I was gonna say for a good example, like let's use you, right? He's going to school. You know,
Yeah.
he does have a good job, but let's just say, you know, he worked a part-time job while he was going to school, and this is what he did, right?
Yeah.
So he's not super wealthy. He's making,
Then
you know,
that's
20,000 a year,
different.
but
That's
he
different.
has this, and this
Yeah.
is his dream. Like you would still be willing to get with a guy,
Yeah.
if he kind of was in this situation, like wanted to make something like this his dream.
if he had like future goals and like
Yeah.
aspirations and a plan to like hit those goals, for sure. Like I feel like
Right.
it just comes down to conversation and
I don't believe you.
I've always
don't-
believed that.
And
women
I'm not.
chase money.
It's not. I'm.
way.
Don't
Like,
take this
money-
anything personally. I'm just.
no,
I don't
of
believe
course
you.
not. Of course
Yeah.
not. Because I've also been like, okay, cool, he has money, he can take care of me. Like that's great. But I am such a sucker for like for me, if somebody's funny, that's almost like number one.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much like at the end of the day when you're like old and decrepit, you have to be sitting on the couch next to a person. And as I get older, I'm more like inclusive to that. But when I was younger, probably I was like, okay, they're rich, like that's sick.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, like, you haven't always felt this way? Like, there was a time, I'm sure, in your youth where it was like, oh, this
Yeah.
dude's rich.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, yeah, of course.
How are
I
you
mean, of
doing? But I
course.
feel like that's kind of most women.
I think,
at
I
a
think
young
every
age, yeah.
woman in the city goes through that a little bit, especially
Right.
when you're younger, because when you're younger, you're like just acting on a whim. You're acting out of like social status and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But as you get older, you kind of realize it doesn't matter as much.
You know what's crazy on the flip side of that, Drake? If there was a woman that was working at Burger King and she was beautiful, we wouldn't care.
No. Yeah.
I
at
know
all.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's
Really weird how
different.
that
I
works.
know.
We wouldn't care.
Really weird how that works.
And then I was like,
yeah.
well, why the fuck am I working so hard if all I have to do is just try and be hot? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
if you're hot, you get a lot of things as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
pretty-
a,
Let's be
it's
honest.
a cheat code.
It is a
It's
cheat code.
It's pretty privileged.
Like, do you have any like crazy stories like of your pretty
Mm-hmm.
privilege, let's call it? Like, do you have any funny stories, like things you've gotten or things you've gotten away with
Yeah.
because of your looks?
I mean,
do
I've
you
never
think?
waited in a line a day in my life.
Like ever.
Wow.
Ever. Like ever.
At the club?
Like at the
Ever.
clubs, bars,
No.
nothing.
But also,
That's
like,
crazy.
you can be pretty, but you also like if you're pretty and you're not charismatic,
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get as far. But if you're pretty and you're like, oh my god, like my friends are just right in there. Do you mind if I just skip the line?
Yeah. That's kind of the ultimate combo.
Yeah, like you kind of have to do a little dance with both.
Really? That pisses me off, bro. I'm gonna start punching the air. But I've been knowing that. I have been knowing that.
Well, I mean,
Girls
like you
do-
gotta
do
work with
get-
what
yeah.
you're given, and like why not capitalize? Because one day
Yeah.
we're not gonna be hot forever.
Would you be with a guy if you knew he was uglier than you? Like,
I would love to be with a guy that was uglier than me.
really?
Really?
And like treated me nicely, yeah, because then they kind of put you on a little bit of a pedestal.
No way.
A little bit. And they don't really fuck around because they're like, wow, she's a catch. Like, she's out of my league. And like, we pretend not to know that, but we know. And then like,
Wow.
it's just nicer because you're not worried about getting this hurt.
So you wouldn't want to be with a dude that was like the same attractionness level as you, or
I mean,
even higher.
I've dated like a really hot guy.
Yeah.
And it kept me on my toes because I was like, I know every woman probably wants him.
Wow.
So then I got, and that's maybe my own projection is I was a little bit
Interesting.
insecure in that sense and
Yeah.
like on my toes. But when it's somebody that's, I don't want to say lesser, but maybe less as aesthetically pleasing as me, then I don't worry as much and I just feel so secure.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that's
fair.
toxic.
She ain't
No,
lying,
Is that
though.
toxic?
She ain't
That's
lying right
fair.
now.
That's
She's
facts.
she's speaking
know?
truth
Yeah.
right now.
Because then
right?
if he fumbles the bag, it's like, well, you're gonna fumble me, like fuck off,
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Look
Well, you
at
know-
me and look at you.
You know what I?
But that's like a toxic way of saying it. But
For sure.
yeah,
I'm toxic.
Well, you know how some guys think about it, Drake. I don't know if you thought about it when you see a mid-ass dude with like a baddie.
Yeah.
Usually, what you think, like what I've thought. I don't know if you've thought about
Yeah.
it this way, but the girl is insecure and she wants to level down.
No, I would
or
say
he has money. It
I was
depends
just-
on the
that's
girl.
it. I
Like
was instantly about to say money.
I think there's a lot of like the baddies with like 6'5" finance blue eyes because of like the money.
Yeah. Yeah, the TikTok trend. Eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen that this morning.
you know.
That little thing that's going on. But yeah, I definitely think that like women are either attracted, like if you see a really, really pretty girl and she's with like a mediocre dude,
Yeah.
I think majority of the time it's money.
Money, or she's been burned so many times by the hot guy that she's like, fuck it, I'm going for the nice guy. Or it's the money. We don't know. Every situation is different.
How do I say this? What would a dude, like if you met a dude,
Yeah.
right? And he was like really funny, like you guys clicked really
Yeah.
well, but physically speaking,
Yeah.
he was like a 5 or 6 for you personally. Would you
Yeah.
still entertain that? Or like, do you kind of
Okay,
how
here.
now
I have
really
a split
standard?
brain because I have my old school toxic brain, and then I
Right.
have my like new coming into womanhood, like like recognizing my faults brain.
Yeah, yeah.
And my toxic brain is like, if he's hot and I want to jump his bones, like that's the end all be all. But now I'm
Right.
like, if he's funny and caring as cares and like cares about me, then like that's really hot. That personality is really hot. Ideally, I would like to have both
Got
and just
it.
have a hot, nice,
Semi-toxic
considerate,
guy.
semi-toxic, keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, don't give it up for free. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just to keep me on my toes, you know? Like just to keep me coming back.
Because women, listen, I've been saying this before it was even a thing.
Yeah.
Women don't like nice guys.
Well, we'll be like, these
I
are all the red
don't
flags,
care.
but I'll still
There's
date
no
them.
place. Yeah, is there a place in this world for nice guys?
Like truly. True simps.
No, don't be like not a true like those guys are
Nice guys are
Listen.
simps.
There's like,
Would you say I'm a sim?
Yes. End of story.
you are.
No way.
Yeah. He's a big.
No way. That's crazy.
That's
No.
kind of cute.
You saying that
This
for
guy-
real? I'm a sim?
Yeah.
How? Because of what I told you last
He's-
night?
Everything.
Flip
And it's
the
just
table
like
over.
like you're the type of guy to like I don't know, you're just the type of guy to like make pancakes for your girl and cut it in like a heart shape.
But
I've
wait,
literally
wait.
never done that though.
No,
That
I've
sounds
literally
cute.
never
would
done
do
that though.
something like that.
Yeah, but would you do it right away or would you
No,
be in a
no.
relationship?
Listen.
I want heart shaped. That sounds amazing.
Oh, yes, you. You would do that.
I told you I'm
You would do that.
I would.
If there's anyone in this room that would do that, make heart-shaped pancakes,
Fucking
it's
right,
you,
I
dude.
would.
I don't
What do
think
you-
you're toxic because toxic people don't say that they're toxic. They just are.
I'm
they
a
just
little
move.
bit no, I'm a little bit toxic.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but it's just like my ideology on certain things.
Yeah, I get
Like
that.
like
But-
my woman's not wearing certain things.
But
she's
Drake-
not going to the bar without me.
yeah.
You know, like she's just not. So.
Yeah.
But Drake, okay, I'm not a simp, but I will give my full affection and love to someone that deserves it. 100%.
Okay, that's different.
Right? But for the most part, until now, 28 years in my life, I've been giving it to the wrong people. Right?
Well, that probably doesn't that wear you down a bit?
Don't get me started on getting worn down. I mean, you know everything. You know all
Take
about
so does notes. Like unpack this with therapist later.
dude. Oh, yeah, I have. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's
You're a lover boy.
Oh, see, that's okay.
you want to know something really cringe?
What?
Oh, it's just so cringe.
Tell us, tell us.
Oh, I can't. No, I can't. It's so bad.
You
It's
have to.
so
You have
bad,
to.
dude. No, I can't.
No,
people,
say
people
it.
will. People will really think I'm fucking weird.
Say it.
Like I'm fucked up.
Say it. Just say it. This is a safe space.
This is a safe,
Once,
this is a safe space, yeah.
once the fucking outer world is in, they're gonna just cook me. When I start like talking to someone or seeing someone, I
Yeah.
start like obsessing over them, like
Yeah.
like getting feelings for them. I think of music videos and I insert her and I'm the artist singing it.
Oh!
Woo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Come on!
It's like you're beautiful. What?
You know what? No. You know what song I do too? Always the one song.
Eminem and Rihanna.
No. That's
Love
a good
the
one.
Ray.
No, that's a good one.
Life.
Jason Derulo in my head. Woo! Oh my god.
How's it feel to get that off your chest though?
Dude,
You're liberated. Now if a girl likes you, she really likes you.
Dude, I live in it though. But here's the thing. Don't take that shit for kindness. I can turn demon.
Okay,
I can turn demon.
that's good.
No, you can't.
He's got that dog
I
in him.
can't. No, he doesn't. This guy's a fucking chihuahua.
The girl's like, babe, stop. I already know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
put the heart shape.
You're
Yeah.
like a chihuahua, bro.
Take the heart-shaped pancake
maybe
out
like
of my
a fucking
face.
poodle.
Get that shit out of here. Yeah, that's a little too weird, huh?
No,
Be
I
honest,
think
though.
that's cute.
No, Kayla, don't lie to me.
Don't lie to him.
Don't lie to
Kayla.
me.
I mean, some stuff you just keep in your head, you know?
Like if I was to tell you that, like if me and you started seeing each other, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Kayla, I've been like thinking of you. It's like I'm Jason.
You are the
Derulo.
star in my
get
Jason
it.
I'm
Derulo
Jason
music
Derulo,
video.
and you're the chick dancing.
You'd
in
get
the-
a fucking restraining order against him.
It's like
You'd be
your
like,
birthday. I'm like,
Oh, I'm out.
it's like a Jason
Oh,
Derulo
yeah.
themed party.
Yeah. A fucking, you get him a birthday cake.
I have another one, but I'm not
Jason
saying it. I have another
Derulo.
one, but I'm not saying
It
it.
doesn't get worse than
I'm
that, my
trying to
friend.
think about me, like if I have any like weird thing.
But
like
you know what you told me last night when I was telling you about that story? And you said I think of things like a woman.
Yeah.
Like I have emotions like a woman.
Yeah.
I hit, man.
You do. He really does. Like he acts like
Yeah.
a woman, the way he processes.
Well, some
things.
guys have more feminine energy than masculine energy. And I don't necessarily think one's
No,
worse
don't ever
than
get
the
it
other.
twisted, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever get it
Goes
twisted.
dark all of a sudden.
Fuck, bro.
Baby, I adore you.
I can be on that time, man. Don't.
He gets
I'm a
this like
fucking thug.
immersed. He's like,
Dog,
wait, I'll be right
fucking-
back.
Don't you ever get
baby.
it twisted, man.
You won't fuck around. With
I
my
think
Never
there's
get
a lot to be
twisted,
said
man.
when you can embrace truly who you are and just be confident in that. I think that is the ultimate, like being hot is like just basking in authenticity. And I've always like thought that. Like if you are cringe, if you are like whatever, and you're just embracing that wholeheartedly, you don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. I think that is the hottest trait to have.
Say that again. Sorry.
Like if you are just authentic in the way that you are, if you're like, fuck yeah, like I am toxic sometimes and I own it.
Right.
Like there's nothing worse than an asshole doesn't know they're an asshole. You know what I mean? But if you're like, fuck, I can be a piece of shit sometimes, or like, fuck, like I'm really soft sometimes, and you're like, and that's just who I am, take it or leave it. I think that is a really hot trait.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if I tell a guy I'm crazy and he's like, you're being crazy, and I'm like, but I told you from the beginning. There's authenticity there.
Right. You
now-
knew what to expect.
You know
What do you think the hottest physical trait is on a guy for you personally?
Physically, I like teeth for sure.
It's a
yeah.
smile, eh?
I noticed.
I'm the same way.
I
Like,
noticed
teeth
the
are
mouth.
pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, like if a guy has like really small lips.
Damn. It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's done. You
I
gotta
don't
wrap
know.
it up.
Small lips.
Like-
You gotta wrap- I've
on a-
heard that, bro.
Okay,
On
this
a
is gonna make me
guy?
sound like a bitch or like really superficial, but like
No, it
some
doesn't.
there are qualities like aesthetically that some people are attracted to and not, and like I can't do like the paper thin lips.
Yo, this guy's licking his lip. I'm looking at his
I'm looking at myself, bro, on the camera.
He's like,
Yo, get me off this podcast, bro. I
Bro,
totally just felt
I
myself
caught him
right
in
there.
real time.
Oh,
doing
real
that.
time, bro.
I caught that.
You guys have
real
very nice lips.
You'll-
You've got nice lips.
You'll have to run that clip back because I'm just standing here looking at
Like staring.
myself.
Look at those lippies.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking all
Oh my
cute.
god.
What do you guys notice in a girl first?
If she got that thing.
She
No,
got
I'm
that
playing. I'm playing.
I mean,
You're like tits and ass. What do you mean? Like what else is there?
Yeah, default. There's only two options.
Yeah.
A or B. No, I'd honestly,
either.
for me, I would have to say, this is gonna sound like cliche and cringy, but it is me telling the truth. Eyes like are huge for me,
Okay.
like pretty eyes. And then I'd probably say like, if we're talking about physical, like tattoos.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend tattoo artist, I'm pretty heavily
Yeah.
tatted. Like tattoos.
Cut it up.
I'd say.
Tattoos are hot.
That's just me. That's just what I like, right?
Yeah.
I'd say tattoos and like and eyes are
I
kind of
feel like for guys, like if a girl is hot, like they don't care, they'll entertain it. I feel like girls more like, well, how is he like personality wise, more than guys are.
Yeah, we don't care.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're like
don't
men are
care.
dogs.
Like men are dogs.
But no,
Yeah, men are
but
dogs.
man, I hear you on that. But after what I just went through, like I seriously see what people mean where they say looks aren't everything and
Yeah.
personality.
And as
like
you
I
get older-
seriously get it now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that what I went through was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And to me, that person is gorgeous. Like I'll tell
Yeah.
her that right now. Still.
Yeah.
But she was abysmal as a person, just personality wise, and I couldn't Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
the older
for me-
you get, you realize that, especially if you're like working on yourself more and you're getting to know who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want somebody that can reciprocate the same type of like wanting to develop and wanting to grow. And if you're like a boring person that doesn't care, like
Right.
that's not going to be fun for you.
Can I ask you something? I want you to be honest about this.
I've been honest this whole time.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
even
are.
know we were
Yeah,
on
I
fucking
know
air.
you are. I know you are. I can tell you are. Say you're seeing a man. Say you're seeing a guy, and he's being emotional with you. He's being vulnerable. He's telling you his deepest and
Oh,
darkest.
that gets me
secrets.
wet. If when a guy's
Really?
emotional, oh my God, yeah. If it's just us in private,
But,
just
But
us
hold
two,
on. Okay,
I
so
love it.
okay, so you love it, but are you also taking mental inventory on things that you could use against them in the future if shit does hit the fan? Like you will. You're remember that time, like you're a pussy. Remember that time you told me
Oh
about
my
this?
God, no, that's weaponizing somebody's vulnerabilities and anxieties and using it against them. And that's like really toxic energy. Like you don't want to be around that type of person. Like we can joke and laugh and be like, oh yeah, that's so emotional. But like to weaponize somebody's vulnerability against them, that's fucked.
But Kayla, you're right now in this room, you're in
Yeah.
a state of being calm and in a good mood. But
Yeah.
when shit hits the fan, fist the cuffs,
Yeah.
you need to stand 10 toes down and go at this guy. You're gonna have ammo in your
It should
back
never
pocket.
get to that point.
Yeah.
Like you should
but-
be able to de-escalate and diffuse a situation and come to common ground together.
Right.
Where there should never be like a back and forth unless it's toxic.
I'm not saying consciously you're thinking, oh, like he's spilling all this tea to me about what he's been through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember this and make a mental inventory for the future for me to use against him. You're not consciously thinking that way, but you know, like, oh, okay, like you're showing me the real you right now.
Yeah.
I'm don't get it twisted. I'll use this against you in the future.
No. No.
Okay.
That would be really mean.
I'm just so negative. You're probably thinking,
what?
I've been through some shit, dude.
Okay, you've been through some shit, and I've dated narcissistic men that did that to me, and like, I remember being like, wow, how the fuck could you treat somebody that way? Like, how the fuck could you use those emotions and be like, well, remember when you did this? Like, that's just kind of fucked up, isn't it?
No, it is. It really
Who
is.
hurt you?
Oh man,
You're like,
there's a laundry list.
how much time do we have?
Shit, not enough time. Kayla, my man Alex here, he's not keeping it 100 right now.
He's
He
not.
was saying he just
He's
asked
not.
me or asked us to ask you, what do you think of men with shaved heads?
Ever since Prison Break, I love a shaved head. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Michael Schofield?
Who's Michael Schofield?
I thought I was gay. Like, well,
Right?
I'm not gonna lie. Mo, I thought I was
Schofield.
gay when I watched Prison Break, and the scene when he like reveals all the tattoos.
Oh
on
my!
his
I'm like,
back,
oh
and it's, like, a
god.
map.
And he's in jail.
Yeah, he's a.
Amazing.
See, that's like the.
But see, you just played into the role of the toxic.
Exactly.
You
Thank
guys
you.
say
That's
that.
it.
Oh my
I-
God.
Woo!
He's
Thank
a
you.
drug dealer. I'm wet.
Drug
I'm
dealer.
wet. He's a drug
Kills
dealer.
people, tatted.
Yeah. Well,
Treats
yeah,
me like a
that's-
piece
I'm
of shit.
So horny.
That's the ultimate alpha.
Give me more.
It's guys.
But-
it's my fantasy. It's Delulu land. It's Delulu land. Okay. It's not like
No,
a real
but
thing.
that's Kayla. Thank you for doing that.
It's not a real thing.
That is the real thing.
I'm never gonna
That
end
is
up
the
with
real
a guy
thing.
like that. It's my
That is the
Delulu
real
little
thing.
Wouldn't
fantasy.
you though? Why wouldn't you end
I'm a
up?
little fucked. I don't know. I think it's
Wait, so
just-
what do you mean? Fucked up? What do you mean?
like
Fuck
because
how?
I feel like because I like that rugged like bad boy look, but I know it's never gonna work out long term.
Like you're self-aware.
But you'll
I'm
cheat-
self-aware to
So
know
you
that.
basically just
But
to
you'll
dumb it
cheat.
down.
You'll cheat on the guy that's emotionally intelligent and is
No.
emotional with the bad boy.
No, I would never
Yes.
cheat. I would never cheat
He's
or
just
like do
fighting
that.
demons right now. He's fighting his.
I've
own
been
demons.
Like-
Don't
I'm
worry
fighting
about
my
it.
own demons. I ain't gonna lie to
Not
you.
all women are like the women that maybe put you through something.
So let me kind of just like clarify the way you feel and then correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
If a dude is a 7 out of 10 and
Yeah.
he's just like a good golden retriever kind of boy,
We love
you
that.
would want to be with him long term.
100%.
But if there's like a 10 out of 10 bad boy drug dealer, you want to fuck the absolute shit out of him.
If I was single.
If you're single,
Yeah.
This is all single.
For sure.
obviously.
For sure.
So those are the differences. You'd
well, like
be with a
if Margot
golden
Robbie
retriever.
walked
but
across in a maid outfit, like you guys would probably want to jump her bones too.
this guy loves Margot. I don't
Oh.
think she's attractive.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think she's attractive.
You're crazy.
But you know what I'm
That's
saying,
crazy.
I get
right?
it,
Like
I get
there's
it,
the
yeah.
fantasy, like
Yeah.
little delusional world that you're like, yeah, that's hot.
A lot of girls
Honestly,
are like
if
that.
Margot Robbie was toxic as fuck, I would still give her a chance. I don't even give.
Really?
Yeah, she's.
You would probably like her even
she's-
more.
Would you let a
She's
girl
unreal.
spit in your mouth?
No,
Like,
man.
actually.
You think
That
I'm
is
like
like-
some sort of bitch?
That is like
you think.
minor child. That's child's play.
Okay, but it's so different being a
What's the
guy.
freakish? I don't know if you can.
Like, yeah, do
No,
you feel comfortable kind of talking? I don't want to air
I
you
don't
out.
think I wanna go
okay,
that
Okay, we're not
deep.
going to go that deep.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm curious to make...
Maybe
I want to
next time,
ask
maybe
you.
next time.
Okay.
I want to ask you, Mo, like, how you feel about that. Like, if you're
Getting
hooking up...
spit
You're
in my
hooking
mouth?
up with a girl and she spits in your mouth.
That's hot, no?
Dude, I swear you think I'm some like fucking rice water dude that just like takes shit.
You
like, gets
are.
pegged.
Like, I think you're a bottom. I think you're a bottom, bro.
What in like?
In, like, the prison, you would be, like, bottom bunk fucking pound town.
No,
Make that pussy
I don't,
brown.
I don't think so. I think that he would be like a Dalai Lama type of energy where people would like
That's fucking racist.
people would
You
like
say that because he's brown.
no or
That's
like
racist.
we can use whatever like a monk type of person. I would say it about anyone.
I can, dude.
But people would come to you and ask you for advice, and your emotional intelligence would make you not the bottom peg in jail. He's our friend, okay?
I was just talking about like,
You're like, tell me your
Chuck.
problems.
Let's talk about it here.
See?
Why do you want me to go in the bottom? Is
See?
it because of some?
And he'd be like, bro, thank you for understanding me. Nobody's understood me like you have.
You'd be like, Trevor, why do you like little boys?
Okay, can
Tell
we
me more?
Wait. Can we clarify this? I can be a tough guy, man. Trust me.
Okay, relax.
She just met you and she already knows that you're not.
Tough guys don't have to say that they can be tough guys. They're just tough.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting flamed here for being.
And whose fault is that? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're friends. This is a safe space.
This guy's fighting demons right now.
No,
over there.
honest to God, like a woman truly wants a man that is emotionally intelligent and knows how to communicate their feelings. Like we just don't say that.
In all honesty, though, Kayla, from everything we've been talking about this whole thing, I am fighting demons on a certain level for sure. I'm gonna agree with it, but there's a part of me where I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't care because I'm just so tired and exhausted
Totally.
from it. You know, it's not even. I'm not even coming from the place of. All right, I'm just gonna act like I don't give a fuck. That's what's gonna get me girls, or I'm gonna be more attractive. Like, yeah, just don't give a fuck more. Don't give a fuck more. It's not even that. It's just I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of giving a fuck. Honestly,
so
physically,
sad.
spiritually, emotionally. No, it's not sad though.
not
It is
sad.
what it is,
I
though,
understand
Drake.
where you're coming
When
from.
you like to you, every story I've ever told about what
Well, he's younger too.
I mean, yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm very
but
emotionally mature. I'd probably.
he is.
Well,
He really is.
yeah, I
He
can
really
tell,
is.
I can tell.
But for you, like me and you are different. Everyone's different, right? So for me, little things like what I just told you about the things I went through hits me harder than probably you or anyone else, right? But to me, that hits me harder. So therefore, I get drained and exhausted way more faster than anyone else. So I've gone to the finish line where I'm like, I don't care. Like if someone just uproots everything and leaves me, it's gonna sting, but it's just like I've been through it all, man.
I'm gonna
Like
give
I don't
Kayla
care.
some context.
I'm
bringing
feel
it
like,
up.
Is this your past relationship that's got you
With
kind of
who?
feeling-
With
like it sounded very tumultuous.
Oh,
oh.
Kayla, let me give you some context here.
Okay.
No, dude, don't
Give me
don't,
the lowdown.
Don't give the name.
Oh no,
I-
obviously not.
No-
Obviously
no
not.
names, no
Obviously
names.
not. No names. I just want to ask you this, and once again, I'm going to ask you how you would feel in this situation. Say you were talking with someone, right? You guys were initially supposed to be friends. That's all it was.
Yep.
You hung
And you
out one
communicated
night.
that at
You
the
communicated that mutually. You were just friends. You hung out one night. One thing led to another, and the dude, when it was time to get down and dirty,
Yeah.
the dude couldn't perform.
Yeah.
Like he just, got soft and
Yeah.
couldn't perform.
Yeah.
How
real
would
thing for
you?
guys.
Yeah, but like, how would you feel as a woman?
Yeah.
Moving forward from that, like, what would your thought process be? Would it be like, okay, that's it, no more, I never want to see this guy again, or like, how would you think about that?
For a guy to come out and first of all tell a woman that, you can't imagine how he must be feeling.
Yeah.
Like that is really shitty
I'd be
for a
humilified.
guy. Like for them to
Humiliated.
come out and be like, "Hey, I really like you, but this is this thing that's going on with me." I would be like so appreciative of him telling me that and trusting that I was a safe space to give that information to. So I think right there you have to kind of respect the fact that he even brought it up instead of just being closed off.
That's
Like,
what I
huge.
said. Yeah, when I gave my friend advice.
Yeah. And then as a woman, if you really like that person, you kind of just navigate through it if you really like somebody and you want to work through it with them. But if you don't care, then like I can see a woman just be like, okay, well, yeah, this isn't it for me, and walking. Because everybody's got their shit. Everybody's got their shit. Everybody has ugly shit about them. Everybody's got secrets. Everybody's got skeletons. And it just kind of comes down to wanting to work through them with that person and making that decision too. And you have to be emotionally intelligent in order to navigate when shit hits the fan.
For sure.
In one way or the other.
Okay, asking for a friend, someone very close to me, let's just say. They had an experience about a couple of weeks ago where they were pulling rope. Not happening. The thing was just limp, not
limp
working.
biscuit.
And the person that he was doing it with is someone like a friend.
Yeah. Like not a relationship?
No.
Well, that's already kind of messy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
to me, like sex is never casual. Like to me, like sex is a very much an emotional thing. Just for me personally. Like you're like sharing your body and like emotions with somebody. For me, that's always never been like just a casual thing. I think it's different for guys. I think guys can very much compartmentalize emotion and physical.
It used to be like that for me, but now it's not.
You're in a loving relationship.
Yeah, but even like before I met her, I was starting to kind of wean the other way. Like, I think women are attractive. I can look at a girl and be like, yeah, she's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But for me to like truly enjoy sex, I need to have some sort of like connection with that person.
Totally.
It just makes it way better.
Yeah.
I can't just like be like, oh, she's hot, fuck her, and then,
100%.
that's it. Like, it just doesn't, it's not as fulfilling.
But
as it once
not
was.
all guys think that way though, right? Like some guys are just
I'd say
like
majority of guys are like
women are
let's
pieces.
just say this person could not compartmentalize at all.
Like she was emotional.
He
was emotional. And then was she emotional or was she in it for the physical?
physical. So the
Okay,
roles,
well then that
the roles
that
have reversed.
dichotomy is not gonna work. Like somebody's gonna
Well,
get
you know
hurt.
what it
It's gonna
is?
be messy.
You know what it is? God damn it. It's me, by the way.
No way. It's him. The cat is out of the bag.
'Cause I'm just tired of saying this guy. I'm just gonna say me for God's sakes, fuck's sakes, man.
Oh well.
Like, let's just.
You're fucking ridiculous, Dalai Lama. You know that? You're ridiculous.
He fooled us. He pranked us.
You really had me
Wait,
going.
did you really think it was someone else?
No, I knew it was
Oh, it
you.
was me. Okay,
just
I wasn't fooling
I was
nobody.
trying to protect your
I
identity.
was fooling nobody.
Man,
Okay,
You wouldn't even fool the people on the short bus.
But check this out, Kayla. Like, I see this person as like a very close friend. Like, she's awesome, awesome, man. Like, I have nothing but love and like,
Yeah.
what's the word? Respect for her.
Yeah.
She throws a Uno reverse card at me and
Yeah.
says, you know, there's sexual tension, this and that. One thing leads to another. I'm gonna keep it really short because fuck, I'm not going on that soliloquy I went on yesterday. We do it, but with me, I'm so in my head about holy shit, this is happening. Because this person was I had put her in that box of being such a homie.
Yeah.
That when it was happening, it felt to me, holy fuck, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
I couldn't process
Yeah.
the things that are, I'm seeing this person in a different light now.
Yeah.
And so, you know, one thing leads to another, and I'm pulling rope. The little general is just down and out for the count.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
this guy just outed
not pulling his weight.
outed his weenie
I'm not delivering.
size.
I'm not delivering.
Why didn't you call it the medium or the
Big
big
pool
one?
with a wet noodle.
And
little.
I'm visibly in shambles.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
And this is the first time?
yeah.
Oh my God, give yourself a break. It
But
was
you
the
know what I
first time.
said? You know what I said?
Oh,
to
this
her?
is bad. Wait till you hear this.
What?
I was
Oh.
freaking out, right?
Yeah.
Get ready to bite
she
your
could,
tongue.
she's not dumb. She could see how down bad and
like
stressing
shaking.
I am. I'm basically on the bed. Oh shit! Oh my god! Damn! I'm doing that.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there when a guy's doing that and you're like,
And-
oh, he's scrambled eggs up in there.
Oh, dude! I say sorry. I jerked it twice earlier today.
Oh God!
He's like, what could I possibly say to get myself out of this situation?
That's what I came up with. Out of all things, out of just being, hey, be honest,
Yeah.
man, about the fact that this is weird and you didn't expect it to happen, and
Yeah.
you see you, I'm
Which
seeing
is
you in a
so
different
fair,
light,
so
which is so fair,
That is
and
so
I'm
reasonable.
But I said
I jerked it off twice already.
I pulled skin twice earlier that day.
That's what he came up with.
And how did she react?
She said she was very cool with it. She was very
Right.
cool, and
Does she like you back like more than a friend?
she's made it very clear that she doesn't want to be romantic.
Well, this is all sorts of messy. Like I've seen this movie before, and it doesn't end well. And unfortunately, it doesn't end well for you because you're the emotional one and she's the physical one.
Oh, God damn.
Could you guys go back to being friends? Oh, then it's a slippery
It's
slope.
tough. Well, we are friends. No, I'm never gonna not be your friend. But
Do you want to continue fucking, or not trying to fuck?
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
I don't.
then maybe-
I'm not
Yeah.
really. It is a bit. It was a hit to my ego
Of
with
course,
that,
of course.
right? And I know she understands. Like I don't hold any.
Yeah.
Like, I still want to be her friend. I love her as a friend, right?
Yeah.
But part of me is just it did throw a little wrench into
Yeah.
the whole thing in terms of okay, well,
Because I've dated a guy and then we finally go to hook up and it's the first time, like it's nervous. You don't really know. You haven't figured each other out. And like that happens. It's not weird for that
so
to happen.
it's fair for that to happen to me because I felt a little weird and uncomfortable. Like, damn, this is really happening. This I didn't expect this to happen. I'm in my own head. And
Yeah. And your brain and your body aren't in sync and you're like all up here and like you're supposed to get the blood down there. Like,
Yeah.
it makes
Why,
sense.
dude? Why do you don't? Because, dude, you're different though.
I've
When
never
you-
had that. I've never
Well-
had the medium/big general act up. He's always ready. He's on the front
He's
line.
a young pup, you know, like he's always got it up in salute.
Got
you
that
know?
big testosterone, Papi. No, I get you.
You can cut this part out too if you really don't want it to be
I'll
like,
think about
spoke
it because
You did call your penis a little general.
Yeah, but
well, it's not a real general. I mean, it's bigger than most.
you guys girls don't really care about the size. We just care how you like work that thing.
That's
and like
not-
if you,
is that for real? No, how's
Yeah.
that cat? No,
I
I'll
know.
listen
I'm a
to-
woman.
you guys, I am just saying like personally, I would rather be a guy be better at like eating out than fucking. Just for me personally.
See,
Like, what
I've
that mouth
never
do.
heard that. I've heard like other things, but
Yeah.
like it's very interesting how everyone's different because I've
Yeah.
never heard someone say like some people obviously they like being eaten out, some people like being fucked, some people like just the foreplay, the kissing, all that
Yeah,
leading
yeah.
up to it. So it's like interesting that for you it's specifically that, but
Yeah, like if a guy has, you know, a little bit lesser package, but he's really good at everything else, I'm like, no worries. Like
you'll do.
we're baseline now.
We'll do.
Well,
We can work
would-
with this.
do you? I think this is also really slime, but we talk about it too, though.
Do you guys talk about sex on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched some of them, but
Do you ever tell your girlfriends, "Oh, he has a small cock"?
Is that a thing? In
if
the
it's
group
like
chat?
if it's like if it's like weirdly if it's like a weird thing that it's that small. Like if it's a big dude and it's just this little like shrimp biscuit, then yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But like, what if you're like, but if you're just dating a dude and he has like a normal, like, say 5-6 inch dick, like just
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
You're not like, you don't go in the girls group chat like, oh my God, so how is it? How big is it, babe? How is
No,
it?
girls don't do
That's
that.
not a thing.
They don't do that.
Girls-
Really?
Really?
Like
I thought
if-
they did.
No,
I thought they
like if
did
I'm like
too.
with my best friend, well, I also like I don't really have like a girl group. I have like a couple solid best friends. So if we're just in conversation talking about like our dating life, then sometimes we'll ask, but
Thumbs up.
not really. But I'm sure some girls do, just not me personally.
Yeah.
And do you think the girls that do that are kind of you're kind of corny for doing that?
It is kind of corny, I think, because I think again, sex to me is like a very emotional thing for somebody to be sharing with me, and like I want to respect that space between us, and I wouldn't want some guy like talking about me poorly, which I don't think they ever would.
I'll tell you
but
this
like, you know
right
what I
now,
mean?
we all do.
Like, do
You
guys
can
talk
even-
about girls like right after they hook up?
Yeah, every time.
I mean,
Every time?
yeah.
well,
Wow.
oh, dude, this is the perfect moment to rinse out.
What? I don't know.
Smell? Remember?
No.
Remember?
Do you guys talk about that?
What's your girlfriend's
Oh,
name? What's your
yeah.
girlfriend's name?
You can't
With her.
say names, I thought.
Yeah. Not mine.
Oh, no.
You made it seem like it was mine.
No, dude. Okay,
Just say it,
I will
man.
say
We're
one
too
thing.
Cold
Okay.
wording.
One thing. Okay, yeah. Well, I did recently
Yeah.
say something about a person that I had, not the last.
Sexual relations with?
Oh my god, it smelled bad.
Yeah.
If it was putrid, pungent.
Was it a morning after you were hungover?
No, it was just a
Oh.
random day where she was chilling.
Yeah,
And I said,
okay.
"Hey, do you want to chill?" And we
Yeah.
went out, and we came back, and
And
it was one of those where
yeah.
when we put our clothes back on and left the room,
Yeah.
I dropped her off at her car and
Yeah.
I came back into my house
Yeah.
and I went into my room.
Yeah.
It hit me like a Mack truck.
Not in a good way.
No. It was lingering.
She
Like
needs
it was
some
a
coconut, she needs some coconut water ASAP.
Bro.
Let me get this girl some coconut water.
It was one of those when I took it off. Dude,
Some
dude,
girls have that problem.
It was like a
Rocky
6'2"
Balboa.
John Jones, like Dustin Poirier, Gaethje, like Max Holloway type shit.
Oh my god, man.
Like when it's to that extent, I'll say something. Like to my buddies, I'll be, dude.
Yeah, because
That
that's like
was-
in a crazy circumstance.
It was nothing
Yeah.
like I've ever
Yeah.
experienced before in my life. So I had to bring it up. I told you about this.
Yeah, okay, I remember now.
Like that kind of
I've
thing when
been
it's
lucky
when
where
it's
I've never
extreme. Like,
Yeah.
never had that.
Let's go into the female question.
Oh yeah.
What?
So if me and you were seeing each other, right, just casually.
Yeah.
And then you overheard I was talking to Mo, and then you overheard me like refer to you as like female.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'm seeing this female right now, just in that context. Like, does that word offend you? Would you being used in that
Yeah.
context offend you?
No, it's not offensive at all. Like I am a female, but it's weird for like
To say it like that?
Yeah.
Wait,
Because,
why is
like,
it weird though? So
Some
this is the point.
girls
This is
get
the,
offended though with that.
my friend that we just
Yeah.
talked about. She's real honest.
Yeah.
I was talking about it was part of our work. I said there's females around. She's like, Mo, can you stop saying females? It's weird. It just sounds
What do you want to
misogynistic.
say? Like
It's
all these
offend-
bitches? Like
But I don't understand. But I said okay
Yeah.
because I respect her. I'm not gonna piss her off. But I don't understand. Like I need a reason. I need reasonings.
What was the
What's
reason?
I don't know.
what?
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's a certain thing going around now. Saying female is offensive. There's a bit of misogyny in it. I don't know if it's because
Are we
there's-
allowed to say males or is that not allowed either?
I mean, I don't care. You don't. No guy cares though. I
Yeah,
don't.
guys don't care about any of that shit.
But I don't know. Is it because there's a male and female, or I don't? What's the history
It's the
behind
first
that?
time hearing about like something else being offensive. I'm like,
Really?
yeah.
Saying female, dude, it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like I know we can't say there's only male and female. I know that's not allowed anymore. But I didn't know that we weren't allowed to say that there are females.
It's just a guy thing. Maybe like we just know.
No,
about it.
dude. No. I mean, dude, the clip I posted with Travis,
Oh,
he
like
said
when he
females,
said
and there was
female?
like 100 girls
Really?
saying,
Oh shit, okay.
"Ew, this guy's saying female."
Maybe
What
it
if-
makes
Should
them
I not say
feel.
it? Please don't cancel
Maybe
me.
it makes them feel like objectified. Like if I referred you as a female, would it make you feel like
But
an
I am
object?
a female.
So you wouldn't feel any weird way about me
No.
referring to you as a female. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like it's what you are.
Like if you called me like a chick, a girl, like nothing. Even if you were like, oh, this bitch, like I'm not an easily offended person, so I'd just be like, haha, like whatever, we're friends.
But why do you think women are getting offended by that?
Because they're bored. I don't know.
I just don't know. I don't.
But let me say this.
Is it like
my
actual
mom,
girls or is it like the Karens of the world?
I think it's real
It's a
girls.
lot of women, man.
Oh shit, I need to do
It's
That-
okay.
You
I'll
said
stop.
the word that I was gonna say. My mom, for whatever reason, I don't know why, she doesn't like that word. Like if I refer to her as woman.
a woman. Woman's a great word.
Like I don't know in what context
Yeah.
I would use like why would you ever call your mom woman? Like what context would you ever use? But like if I was
woman is such a sexy
If it-
word.
Oh, I mean, if you're talking, like, if you're complimenting mom, my mom's a incredible
woman.
woman,
Yeah.
a strong woman.
Yeah.
no, but like yeah, like that she wouldn't have an issue with. But if I was like I don't know, I can't really think of a context I would ever use that word in. But if I was like, this woman gave birth to me, or something like that, like she gets upset when I use the word
So what
woman.
would she rather have you say?
Like mom.
This mom gave birth
Well, I
to
mean,
me.
yeah, I guess I don't know, but maybe because
I don't know.
you're
Maybe it's just
you're
a kid thing, and
you're
she's my
her
mom. Yeah.
son.
Yeah,
it doesn't-
It's a little
Yeah.
bit
it's a.
different. But the female thing is really real. Like
I haven't heard about this.
experienced
No,
like
I
this.
need to
haven't
do
heard
some
this.
research.
Dude,
Maybe now
It's-
I'm
it's
saying
like
things
a-
wrong.
growing
thing.
thing.
So what do we call a group of
Ladies or
women?
something.
Ladies,
Women.
ladies
that's
is
the
fun.
first-
We
Kayla,
can do
the
ladies.
first time that I got approached and
Yeah.
stopped using that word, it was funny. I was at Tap House Coquitlam, and there was a group of girls, and
Yeah.
I was like, I was with some buddies, and we went and introduced stuff. This is a long time ago, but I was like, what would y'all females like, or something like
Yeah.
that along those lines, and they got fucking choke.
Really?
They're like, how dare you, you sexist pig,
Oh
or
my God.
something like that. And I was
I
like,
feel like
"But
I'm not being a very good
I don't
woman
get
right
it.
now.
I don't like if
don't know.
people comment on this clip and give us reasons, like if there's a
Yeah.
historical
If
thing
there's
with it,
reasons, for sure.
I'll be like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I
totally.
just don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't. What's the science behind it? What's the math? I
Like,
don't,
you can't go around calling women sluts and whores for very good reasons.
Yes.
But females,
right.
why?
And I'm not. Yeah. And we're not trying to be
Somebody
stubborn
comment
with
on
it.
the post and tell us the reasons
Please,
why.
please, because
then
I'm
we will
seriously,
know.
Yeah.
seriously, you haven't.
No.
Okay, wow, I totally thought you would have heard about this.
I know, and I'm
Really?
very into
Yeah.
the internet, but I didn't know that.
Had like a thing on it, maybe.
I don't know. The only thing I could think of is because there's male and female, but there's also man and woman. So
Yeah.
what are we talking
Ladies,
about? Here?
guys, I don't know. Well,
Maybe female dog. Like, is there like is there something with a female dog? I don't know.
The only thing I can
I don't-
kind of relate this to is if I'm working or I'm just out and about and someone calls me bud, that pisses me off. I want to punch them in the fucking throat.
hey, bud.
Like when I was doing my retail job a while back, like if I would serve someone
Yeah.
something and then they go, thanks, bud. And I'm like 24,
degrading.
23 years of
Yeah.
age.
It is
Yeah.
demeaning. I
Is
hear you.
that,
Yeah, yeah.
you feel that
and
too?
it's always,
A little-
It's always
I
the
don't-
guy that
I
thinks
don't-
it's like hot shit. That's
Yeah.
saying
I
it.
thought that was like just a thing for me.
I don't feel it, but I understand what you mean.
Like, why the
I get
fuck
it, I
you
get
calling
it.
me bud?
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
16.
That's like when girls try and like lip you, and they're like, "Yeah, hun," and I'm like,
Oh yeah, the
fucking
hun one's brutal.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
like
for you.
I'm in the bar and they're like, she
Yeah.
like needs me to move. And she's like, "Excuse me, hun." I'm like,
Oh, for girls, it's hun. Hey.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
For me personally,
I've heard that
but
too. Yeah.
bud and hun.
Have you ever
Go
gone?
around
Can't
calling people
stand
buds and
bud.
huns.
Have you ever
Buds
gone
and
to
hun.
chief? Hey, chief.
No, I never.
And I've gone
did
to
that.
chief a couple times.
Oh, I think that one would definitely get
Yeah.
canceled.
Or boss.
A sir is a big one for me that I've had people like tell me not to call them that.
Sir.
Like it's just like a thing the way I've talked. I'll be like, yes, sir. Like, hey, can you grab me that? Yes, sir. And then like I've had a lot of people be like, don't call me sir. It feels uncomfortable.
You know what? I guess it's just personal preference for everything. And like if somebody tells you that offends them or doesn't, then you react in a way that doesn't hurt them, and then we move on. But going around trying to please like everybody as a societal whole is just like impossible.
Yeah, fuck that.
But this whole female thing is gaining steam.
It is.
Really?
Like he did an interview with this guy
Yeah.
and he was talking and blah 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 and he used the word female in it
Yeah.
and then all of the comments were just roasting this guy.
Was it all
about-
women?
Yeah. About
I'll show you
using
that.
the
I'll
word
show you.
female.
I had to take it off because
It was just
it was
too
bad.
much.
Because his girlfriend was in the clip too, and I basically asked him about relationships and stuff, and then,
Yeah.
Dude,
This must be a new thing.
it was a fucking warfare in the comments.
yeah.
Like warfare.
Okay.
Poor
well,
guy.
maybe we won't use that one out of.
I was also getting a little toasted in my kids one. I was reading some of those comments and people were going,
Oh, dude, yeah.
What
One
happened?
guy was saying, a few people messaged me on the low.
really?
Yeah, they were like, this guy's degen behavior, this and that.
No way.
Okay, cool. Whatever,
Everybody's
man.
always got something to say, but people only have something to say when they're just like sitting on the couch, like watching people
Yeah.
try and
You-
speak, trying to amuse, trying to entertain. Like
You know what I've noticed with this whole like creating thing and the content putting out?
I like what you're doing.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that support you, Drake, on that.
Yeah.
But the ones that comment are the loudest. So it makes it seem like there's more people that hate than that actually support you, right?
Yeah.
Because the 5 or 6 people that commented and killed you for it, it just sounds so loud. Like, oh my God,
Well,
Drake's
people love to leave bad reviews.
right.
Like they want to get their little ego validated and like say something to somebody that's like they could never do. Or
And
something
that's
they
the
could never
thing we
say.
notice. I feel like as humans, we always notice the bad before the good.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. Choose your enemies wisely. Like having somebody speak poorly and you're still so firm in your authenticity and in your truth is a good thing.
Can you answer this before we end? What's something wrong about women right now that, in terms of mindset, the way they look
Yeah.
at things, the way they approach relationships, the way they approach?
I actually have the biggest thing that is pissing me off about women, and I don't want the women to get mad at this, but I don't like the "we don't need men" movement. I hate it.
Let's get a round of applause.
Like, I think that like as women, we need men in the right healthy contexts. And I think everybody, not everybody, obviously, but there's just this big like independence, like I don't need no man, like boss bitch thing era. And then there's people complaining about how they're like single and like they want to start a family. And it's like, well, yeah, because for us to all exist in society cohesively, we need men and men need women. And I don't think we should be putting on this front like we don't need them or,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like we both need each other.
How did you get
I love men.
How did you get to that conclusion? Because you don't just one day think, okay, we need men. What made you get to that?
I just saw the projection of like the feminist unhealthy behavior. And that's all you see is you see the negative side of things. And until you kind of like worked inward, or I worked inward, I was like, wait, like I was kind of brainwashed into thinking, oh yeah, like fuck men, like they just hurt us, like all this. And then it came from a place of being like, no, I'm thinking about it the wrong way. And I feel like some women are thinking about it the wrong way, where we need them as complements. I don't know. It's hard for me to like totally explain.
I get it. I agree with you.
Drake, I know you have, remember how you say there's different roles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So I firmly believe, I'm a little bit more old fashioned. I think that men have certain roles in a relationship, and then women have different roles in the relationship.
Yeah.
You know, for example, like just to simplify it like this, the woman should cook and clean. The man should take out the garbage, fix the car, cut the lawn.
Blue jobs.
Man jobs.
Yeah.
Is the way that I say it. And then like there's such now this like backlash where if you say that publicly, I don't give a fuck, so I'll say anything I want. But if you do say that publicly, you become like a villain. Like I don't understand whatever happened. Life was so easy back then.
Yeah. And
you know
like,
what I mean?
Why? Like I don't want to take out the fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I want to cook.
Right.
And like I'm better at cleaning than you men. Like a man clean and a girl's clean is different. You guys will just
totally different.
And like what's wrong with wanting that?
Yeah. And it's vice versa. Like I wouldn't want you to cut the yard. I wouldn't want you to change my oil. You'd probably fuck it up.
Yeah,
it's just
like
Carhartts,
like
your pink Carhartts with like fucking dazzles on it or whatever.
Like, no, this is what the boy is for.
So you're not getting offended by what he's saying?
No.
Why would some women get offended by what he just said?
I think if a woman had the personality where they were like, no, fuck men, like women can do everything, like we are the stars, and just was like had that superiority in them, I can see why that type of person would get offended. But I think if you, I don't know, I think like for me, I think I'm a very like reasonable, like thought out person. Like I understand both sides, but I just think women are better at some things and men are better at some things.
You understand you have your limitations of what you can do as a woman, and us men, we know we have our limitations of what we can do.
This might be a hot take, and you probably won't agree with this, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I think that if it was like all men were to live on this world, just men, versus all women to live on this world, just women, I think the men would survive way longer than the women. Because, and I have a very, very good reasoning behind this. This is it.
Yeah, why?
Women,
I agree with that one.
Women are very emotional and problematic.
Yeah.
Men are natural fixers. Men fix situations.
Okay.
I think all man world, there would be more chaos.
Yeah.
But I think there would also be more fluidity amongst it. I think that a world full of females, it would be too emotional. There wouldn't be enough decision making. There wouldn't be.
I think I disagree. No, I disagree with that, because at the end of the day, human connection is the number one field. Like that's what keeps us thriving is human connection. And women are more community, emotional, like building connections, like groups. Like we are more. That in that sense, we're more like we like relationships.
The world would be definitely more. The world would be less segregated. Yes, I agree. But like, I don't know.
Who would be happier? Would the men or the women be happier?
The men, because men require a lot less maintenance.
Yeah, but women are better at connections and relationships, and that's the ultimate key to happiness.
Yeah, but you could throw like a plate of food and a fucking rock in front of a man, and he'd have fun for hours. Girls need this constant.
We are pretty simple. We are pretty simple creatures.
You are very simple creatures.
Yeah.
And I think that women, we overcomplicate it sometimes.
That's what I mean, right? And it's nothing bad. It's just women, they're so... they're so in tune with their emotions and they're so smart.
But that's what makes us thrive.
Right, absolutely. But you also have men to balance that out. And I feel like if it was just women, it would be absolute chaos.
Well, you know what? We don't have to agree nor disagree because we were always going to coexist.
Yes, this is true. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's like 30-75. It's only... There's one remaining woman left on this.
We'll get it pumping.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I feel bad for her. God.
It's been good, man. We low-key need to wrap up, though, because I got to go to work. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah.